parents, supporters. It is so nice to be here. My name is Adrianna Zhang. I have a question for you all. Do you remember the song, Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes? Don't worry, I won't make everyone stand up and do the dance. But as we sit here today as graduates, it is so easy to get caught up in the future. Where we'll go in this new chapter, who we'll become, what we're having for lunch after the ceremony, and so on. And so today, instead, I want to wrap up high school with a phrase many of us learned as we started elementary: head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Starting with our heads. Within our 4 years at Lowell, we've learned so much. Our biology and English classes have surely taught us human evolution and epic poems. Many of us also learned how many cups of coffee it takes to stay up until sunrise, and how many chapters we can learn just through SparkNotes. We very quickly learned where in the school has the best Wi-Fi for Arena, which, by the way, future students will probably never experience. We learned, as soon as we walked into freshman orientation, the community and culture of Lowell students. With more than 150 clubs for everything from lion dance to sourdough to debate, Lowell is a community with many interests, passions, identities, and overachieving people in the most endearing way possible. I mean, 150 clubs. We've also learned about the resilience that the class of 2022 has demonstrated. Getting thrown into virtual learning our sophomore year, surviving an unprecedented junior year in a global pandemic, and now returning as seniors, that has been no easy feat, and that's why I'm so grateful to be here celebrating our achievements today. And so the next part of head, shoulders, knees, and toes moves to our shoulders. Graduates, this is the part where you can relax your shoulders and hold your chin up high. We've made it. Entering Lowell, I assumed that this would be a non-stop work environment. I heard the stereotypes, like many of us, of straight A, million extracurricular students, and every other thing the Try Harder documentary mentioned. For that alone, I am proud to see us on this field at this deplorably early hour, celebrating our achievements. And while that stereotype of Lowell can be true for some, I know that we are everything in between and much more. Many of us organized for Title IX reform, schedule changes, mental health, and racial equity. I'm proud to be surrounded by students who have grown to be advocates, change makers, and leaders in San Francisco and beyond. As the class of 2022, we are bound together by our determination to demand change. Lowell has taught us to never settle for anything less than what we deserve and to speak up and fight for what is right. So, we've used our heads, relaxed our shoulders. Moving forward in the song, we take to our knees. Move and explore, literally and figuratively. Our next steps lie outside of the flagpole math wing courtyard world language building, outside of the 2,700 plus student body. Let's embrace that change. After all, Lowell has given us a foundation with 2 years of mandatory PE, senior straw tagging, going from the World Language Building to the 3rd floor between blocks, and of course, racing the track kids through Ralph Nichols Park to make it to class on time. I'm also excited for us to explore our passions in every facet of the world. Okay, so head, shoulders, knees, and now toes. You all know I wouldn't talk about toes on stage. I want to wrap up my speech with one of my favorite sayings. There are only 2 people in the world you need to make proud. It isn't your mom or dad or guardian or friend. Rather, it is our 70 and 7-year-old selves. I know our 7-year-old selves learning head, shoulders, knees, and toes, and our 70-year-old selves remembering our high school graduation would be proud of our resilience and success. It's been a wild ride. Congratulations, class of 2022. Thank you. Yes!